Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a project pan update. Finally. If you're coming from IG, some of these updates you already know, some of them you don't know. So be sure to stay tuned to kind of figure out the whole update situation. I don't know, I'm kind of just gotten behind on updating my projects, and I'm kind of in a weird place with my projects right now. So thought that we would chat about that as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Grab, beverage, whatever, sit back, relax. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the bell just so that you're notified of all my future uploads. And of course, if you like project panning, if you like me, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so project panning. Let's go ahead and hop into some of the updates. The first update I want to share is with my PTP, which was the Tati Beauty palette. If you don't recall, I actually have a whole playlist of my project panning videos if you want to go through and get caught up on this journey. But at the end of August, I was able to hit pan in every shadow in this palette. I'm still so blown away by it, and honestly, it's one that I still want to reach for, and I think that I will organically. I did decide to give this palette a bit of a break so that I can show some of my other palettes a little bit of love. If I finish any more shades, I will for sure update you guys. Or if I have some significant progress, I may just do like a general update on Instagram of like, the changes in the palette. However, I do want to give some of my other ones a little bit of use. So I did go ahead and put this one back on the shelf where it goes. She has, she's worked hard this year, and I just think that she deserves some rest. I really love this palette, and I don't know if Tati is going to be releasing any more palettes. So it's also kind of one of those things where I love Tati, so it's something that I don't want to completely use because I don't want to let it go. One of those makeup items in my collection, but she has gotten a lot of really great use, and I really, really love her. So that being said, we wrapped up this PTP. So what I decided to do, which is in a little bit of collaboration with a different project I'm doing, is I'm going to try for a third PTP. And I'm just trying to hit pan in every shadow of the palette. The palette that I chose is the KKW Beauty Classic palette. And it's going to look really weird, okay? So I've finished a shade. And then I have pan in every single shadow, which these happened late last year, early this year. They were a part of my Battleship. I did Doojie Pan my Battleship project with a friend over on IG. And that's how I was able to hit those pans. I then took these shades and put them in my 9-pan palette. So that's where they're living. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 kind of situation. And that's what I'm going to try to do to have a third PTP. But these shades are also in a different project. The project is the 9-pan pan off with my friend Eleni. I will leave her handle up here if you want to see her panning progress, what her palette looks like. But this is the custom palette that I created for our pan off. I just posted the first update last week on this panning project, and as you can see, I do have some pans. I will insert what this palette looks like when we first began the project so that you guys can see what we are working with, and then I'll post the update as well so you have a little bit of a closer shot. But I was able to hit 2 pans last month, and man, was it work. The KKW shades are deep, you guys. They're really tightly pressed and they are deep. They're not like ABH formula. They're not powdery. They're not shallow. So they take a lot of time and dedication. I had used this one quite a bit before we started the project, but you couldn't really tell because it's one of those shades. And then I've used this almost every single day since we started the project, and I just hit pan on it like 3 days before the update, which was on October 1st. So yeah, I have been working hard. Same with this one. I've been working hard. We now have some decent use in this brown shade, which is hard to see. This is from JSC, but I've been using it kind of like as a liner or to deepen the outer corner. So like we have some progress, but nothing like monumental. Same with this one. You can tell there has been use on these two. There aren't dips forming yet, which like I've also used both of those shades quite a bit, but this one's going to be hard. We had initially planned to try and have this project finished by the first of the year, which seemed really doable, but I knew it would be tough, and I think it still will be tough because I've chosen JSC shadows and I've chosen KKW shadows, and they're both deep, tightly panned pans. So I think that this is going to take a lot of my time to consistently use this. There's a gnat, and be dedicated. So I will be updating this every month, and yeah, hopefully I win. Wish me luck. I'm gonna stop rambling about it now. The next project is Pan Those Creams, which I still just have the two Honest Beauty blushes in. The one is Peony Pink and the other is Coral Peach. I'm just opening them. Since the last update, I've used this probably only 3 or 4 more times. We still don't have a pan, but man, the dip is going. And now we're getting into like fall, so I'm kind of like a seasonal makeup user in some of my projects, if you will. Like notice my pan off palette is very fall-esque, and then these shades, in my opinion, they're just like more summery shades. Like the blush I have on today is a more, actually this is good for summer and fall. I love this blush that I have on my face. But like these, in my opinion, are just more summery blushes. So like I haven't really been reaching for them. So I'm trying to decide if I want to even keep on with this project because I'm not really using these, or if I just want to like give it a timeout until we are back into the spring and the summer months when I'm going to want to reach for these more. I think that that's what I'm going to do, honestly, because here we go. I'm getting to the place or the time of year that this happens to me every year. Then when I start getting into like the fall, winter months, I start feeling a little like burnt out by my projects. And even though I'm frequently like changing projects and whatnot, I just start to feel like, and this might sound crazy, but I start to feel like constricted and like pressured that I have to like use this and I can't use anything else in my collection. Like, and I know that's crazy. I know it's all in my head. No one else is pressuring me. I know this. But still, I just start to feel so like constricted by projects and the pressure. I don't know, the pressure that I make up. But so I start to get like super burnt out on projects. Like even because realistically the only panning eyeshadow project I have going on right now is this. And even with that, I'm still starting to feel like, oh, I don't want to have to use this. I don't want to have to use this. Even though I love the color story and I love the shadows. I'm just starting to get to that time of the year where I'm like rebelling, like fuck these projects. Like that's kind of where I'm getting. So yeah, I actually just decided, I rejustified myself. I am going to take a break from the Pan That Cream project. I have a lot of really great creams that I'm using right now consistently that I'm really loving and just like organically enjoying. So I think I want to stick with those until I like decide that I organically want to switch to something else. Because it's just hard. Like, sorry, I'm kind of getting on a soapbox right now. But it's kind of hard when you have like a larger collection, because part of you is like, this product I really love and I want to use, so I'm going to organically like just use this as I love it. But then you feel guilty for using it all the time because you're neglecting all your other products but then products will go bad anyway. So why don't we just use the products that we love? And like, it's a whole very vicious cycle, my friends, vicious. And so like that is, I mean, that's just kind of the place that I'm getting to right now on this time of year. So I'm gonna put these to the wayside, give them a rest. Hopefully they'll still be good when I want to reach for them next. That's essentially the only reason why I started this project, was because these have a 12-month shelf life and they reached that toward the end of the summer. So I wanted to really try and get my use out of them, and I think that I did use them more since they were in the project. I just hope that they are still good when I reach for them next. I know they'll be past their expiration date, but not all makeup goes bad when it hits its shelf life. There are certain products like skincare. I don't ever go past the shelf life because that's, I don't know. I'm just more wary about my chemicals and the ingredients that are in my skincare. But like eyeshadow, when that stuff has like a 1.5-year shelf life, okay. You know, I have my freaking, I don't even know where it is, but my Urban Decay freaking Naked Electric palette, like that palette is like 5 or 6 years old and it's still great. So I think it really depends on you, your preferences, and I think it really depends on how the makeup is preforming. So yeah, I'm gonna actually just set this project to the side for a little bit, I think, and then maybe reconvene it later. I've also kind of felt that way with my bi-weekly makeup basket over on IG. I was like really good about it, and then I kind of stopped, and then I kind of started, and now I'm kind of like not doing it because, like I said, and I think this is also just like some of, you know, like real life stressors and work stressors coming into the makeup life, and it's like I can't feel pressure in one more area at all. Like I just need no structure in one area. So I think that's why I'm kind of also like stepping back from some things, because I just need to let off somewhere, because I'm having a hard time. So I just need to let off somewhere. The last project I'm in is my OG project pan, which, are you guys ready? Are you ready? I fucking finished the ColourPop setting spray. I finished it. And I cannot tell you how freeing that was, because I felt like this ColourPop setting spray was holding me hostage. I hated it so much, but it served a purpose. So like, I just don't know. But I am literally so glad that it's gone. If you're wondering what's in here, I dumped, I think it was a True and Luscious setting spray that I got in from a friend. And I just put it in here because I really like the mister on this. Like, I don't know if you guys can move my water, but it's like a really nice mister. So I washed it out, and then I put the other in there, and I think this will be a good one too. I think I'm gonna fill it up with water once I run out of this, and I'm gonna keep reusing the packaging. I think I'm gonna put some washi tape over this. I don't have to look at this stupid label because it's just like re-triggering. I don't know. So yeah, we finally finished it. Yay! I freaking cheers to that, right? I'm sure you guys are so tired of seeing it. The next product is, so it looks a little different because I had to depot it, but it is the Physicians Formula highlighter. I'll attach a picture during the last update of what the highlighter looked like. It was starting to become difficult to get around the sides and whatnot, so I decided to depot it, and I depotted it into my little Tower 28 compact because I finished my Tower 28 Bronzino last month. And so I just depotted it into here, and this is all I have left of my Physicians Formula highlighter. Now, I did use this the other day as like an eyeshadow topper, and it was super beautiful. I know there's not a lot left, and if I was like super dedicated to it, I could probably finish it in like a month or two. But honestly, I'm really just loving the glowy skin look in general. Like, it's so weird. I haven't really been into highlighter like in months. Like since like the spring, I haven't been into highlighters. I've just been into the glowy, dewy skin look. So all my highlighters have been very neglected. So I haven't really bought a new highlighter in a long time because I know that I'm not reaching for them right now. But this is all I have left. So I think I can still definitely finish it by the end of the year, just being like, you know, mindful about using it. But yeah. And then the last item in that project is my KKW Beauty bronzer. I feel like I should have started weighing this because I know I have to be making progress. I know I have to be, you know, but it's like harder to see on the camera. Like I can see, because I started using it more up in here to like wear it down instead of focusing in here. And in person, like I can see it starting to be weared down. So I am getting more use out of this. I definitely won't finish this by the end of the year. And I finally made my peace with that. I think that's why I'm just like, whatever. I made my peace with it, okay? I won't finish it. Especially because, like I told you guys, the base that I told you, sorry, I filmed a video earlier today. But if you saw my Huda Beauty first impressions of the Jaguar palette, I'll link it below if you want to check it out. But the way I do my base in that video is the way I've been doing my base for like 2 months. Like that's all I've been doing. The only difference is I was using the Tower 28 bronzer. I finished that bronzer. I moved on to a different cream bronzer. So I've been using creams or bust. That's all I've been using, you guys. Creams, stuff like that. I don't know. It's just like, that's the place that I'm in, and I really like the way that it makes my skin look. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or I'm just like not into matte right now. I'm not writing off those products, like, and I'm gonna keep them in my collection because I know how things come full circle, and eventually I probably will like a matte look again or something a little more in between. But right now I'm just so like into the dewiness that I'm not using powder products, and I've just come to the realization that like I'm not gonna make myself use this, so I'm definitely not gonna finish it. And even if I use this every day until the end of the year, I don't think I would even come close to finishing it because it's a stubborn bitch. She's stubborn. So yeah, with that being said, the only 2 products I have left in my project pan are the Physicians Formula Highlighter and the KKW Beauty Bronzer. And I'm just going to use these organically. I'm not going to rotate anything in. I had contemplated it for a while, but then I was like, you know what? I just kind of want to take a panning break right now and just kind of use things organically. I'm not doing my rotating 9 pan right now because I'm using my 9 pan for my pan off. So realistically, I just have my pan off palette, and then I will have these 2 items in my OG project pan. Like these are the only project things I'm doing. However, over on my IG, I'm kind of doing a series of using sorry, I need a drink. I'm kind of doing a series right now of using palettes in my collection that are unused. So let me grab those. Okay, so this is a stack of palettes of palettes that I have in my collection that I bought that I have yet to use. Yeah, there's a lot. And guess what? There's 3 more on the way. I have a problem, okay? I have a problem. I know it. I accept it. And so I'm kind of like trying to do that on the side. Just like, and I'm really trying to not like make myself feel pressured by that, because it's like, I feel like I have, you know, my pan off palette eyeshadow, then I organically want to reach for different palettes, but then I'm like, I need to work through this stack kind of thing. And with the series I'm doing, I'm like I'm having you guys pick a palette, and then I'm doing like 3 to 4 looks with that palette, and also like sharing my thoughts. So I want to keep it all cohesive. So I think that that's something too that's kind of, there's a little bit of pressure, which I know, you guys, you can't tell, have a little bit of anxiety. I'm just like pressure. No one's pressuring me, but I'm feeling pressure. So that's like just kind of, I know this was like so long and tangent-y, and it wasn't all like strictly panning updates, but I kind of just wanted to share my mindset of where I am with panning. I mean, last month in September, that was I think the slowest panning month I've had all year. I only hit 2 pans and I barely hit those. And I'm just like trying not to get like, I love pans. It's like, oh, gratification that I'm using my makeup, but also I need to spread the love to my collection. I need to spread the love. So I'm trying to not get caught up in the panning and just organically enjoying my makeup, even though I love panning. Don't get me wrong, I love panning. I do. I just to that point in the year where I need a little bit of a breather. And who knows, I usually get a second wind in November or December to go hard on whatever I want to finish. I know I did that last year, I think toward the end of November. I just kind of made like a little project of, this is what I want to finish. This is what I want out of my collection by the time we start the new year. And I just went hard on those items. I might do that again. I'll keep you guys posted if I do. But yeah, sorry for the long-winded thing. I am gonna just rest my arm on my stack of palettes. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one.